So I've been playing Forsaken recently, and I'm pretty shit at the game, obviously. I'm gonna make a guide for people, you know? A guide for people who are new, and people who are, like, shit at the game like me, so let's do it, bro. Okay, so Elliot is more of like a healer. He only has 80 HP, which is, you know, not the greatest. His first ability, it's not a named ability, but when you see this glowing light pop up, it basically means that a player's been injured and you can heal them with the throwing pizza ability. The pizza ability also has a 45-second cooldown, and that's his first ability. So his final ability gives you speed 3 for 3 seconds, and I use it a lot because it's really good for killers to escape them, especially since, you know, they're all like bloodthirsty and they target you because you're a fucking healer. So, and you may notice now that the ability is locked, that's because you get 1 charge every time you use it. You can get it back though, and that's back though, and that's back though, and that's... Alright, don't even mind that voice crack, bro. I've tried to record this part like 5 times now, so I'm just gonna keep that in. But yeah, as I was saying, you can get it back by healing, and that's basically Elliot. I would recommend him if you're like a newer player like me who's just, you know, trying to figure out the game. So yeah, I would use him. I'd also recommend like staying near people so you can like be more protected and you can heal them. Alright, so Builderman has 90 HP, and his first ability is that he can make a turret, and it takes 6 seconds to make. And when killers are in the red zone, it slows them down, but be careful because that shit takes like 2 hits, bro, and then it's gone. You also can't place them within 20 studs or one of them will break. His second ability also makes him more of a healing type. He makes a dispenser and it takes 6 seconds to make, and it heals everybody in the area by 1 HP a second. The dispenser also has a 45-second cooldown, and the healing is reduced by 8% every time a dispenser is placed. He's definitely one of the easier people in the game, and I would recommend him if you need like a healer slash like, I don't know, bro, like, I don't know these terms, bro, I'm not gonna lie. The tip would be to also try to hide the dispenser so like you and people can heal like somewhere far away and stuff. Also, if a killer breaks your sentry or dispenser, that's your cue to run, okay? I know what you guys are probably thinking right now. Noob is literally the starter character, but what I'm doing is actually really smart, okay? Alright, so hear me out for a second. Noob is a 3-star difficulty, which is harder than a lot of characters in the game, so I think it's best that we talk about him right here. Alright, so this character has 3 abilities, and his first ability is that he pops a Bloxy Cola, and it has a 12-second cooldown. This ability gives you speed 1 for 10 seconds, but it only has 2 uses, so I would recommend using it wisely. So basicality, only use it when you're in like deep danger, like I was just in. So his second ability is called Slate Skin Potion, and I like this one a lot. It's very good when you're low on health and there's a killer right there, like trying to kill you. So he pops it and it gives him Slate Skin 2 for 10 seconds, and it gives you a plus 80 increase of health. When you are in this mode though, be careful because you lose 40% of your speed, which, you know, it's obviously easy for the killer to catch up to you. And after this ability wears off, you get speed 2 for 2 seconds. And this ability only also has 2 uses, so I would only recommend it when you're about to get murked by a killer. Now, his last ability, Ghost Burger, is pretty simple. When he eats his burger, he gets invisibility 3 for 5 seconds and undetectable 1 for 10 seconds. When you use this, he's not fully invisible though. You can still kind of see. Now, some tips are to use your abilities wisely, okay? Use them wisely, because if you don't, you're basically just asking to die, okay? Bullet and Slate Skin are done. You're basically just asking to die because your Ghost Burger has a 55-second cooldown and you can still kind of see it. So yeah, just trying to find some Elliots near you so you know you can get constant heals. And yeah, that basically wraps up Noob. I really don't know what else to say for him. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, Shedletsky is definitely my favorite character to play. Because look at this, his first ability is literally stunning people by stabbing them, bro. He's a pretty simple character. He only has two abilities, but when you use this ability, you also get resistance 2 for like a millisecond. He's really good to use though if you're like trying to escape killers a lot. Like, look at me, bro. I'm literally walking off like I'm that bitch. Like he's nowhere to be even found now, bro. And after I use this ability, they actually could not find me. But this dude, no way I actually survived this, bro. What the hell? Oh my gosh, let's go. So yeah, that's why he's a really good character to use when you're trying to escape. Also, I don't know why I sounded like so like depressed in that clip. I don't know. I think it's because it was like 1 AM, but yeah. The other thing that I love about this guy is his second ability. He can literally heal himself with fried chicken. Alright, for every time you're in danger, run away and pop your fried chicken. Alright, it has a 70 cooldown. And it also only has 2 charges, so be very careful when using it. It also gives you 35 HP, but look at this dude. He's literally, like, on me, so I can't do anything. But, you know, I hit him with the sword, try to get away. And yeah. And that's why he's the best character for a ski. Alright, you guys get it, bro. I gotta chill. I would recommend using his chicken when you're on like the verge of dying. Also use it when you're not near a killer, because if you are, then you'll be slowed like a lot. Also try to take the hits for other people, because you know that you obviously can heal yourself. They have 2 lives. I don't really know what else to say, bro. I'll try to explain a little bit though. So when you start off with 80 health, and Jason is, you know, the ass handing me. So then he starts to go for a guest for a little bit, and I was kind of just watching. Guest was getting pieced up. Yeah, and then he tries to go for me, but I reincarnate. I get speed 2 for 6 seconds and weakness 5, I think, for 12 seconds. The downside about this though is that you only have 40 health, so please stay near healers and just other people, because if you're at 40 health, you're just waiting for your deathbed, basically. Also, if you're a new player to the game, they're only a 1-star difficulty, probably the easiest character in the game, because you literally have no abilities. So yeah. I also forgot to mention that you get invincibility for 1.5 seconds when your ability is activated. So yeah, some tips: when you're near people and you haven't used your second ability yet, I would recommend like being a shield, kind of almost like giving up your life, because you're gonna reincarnate anyway. Also try to find like Elliot and other people who can protect you in the area when you've already used your second ability. Also, the only people that I was fighting in this realm was other 2 times, which obviously is not gonna protect me that much, but yeah. Now, personally, I would not recommend using 2-time unless you want to do nothing for your team, bro. No, I'm just kidding. You can use whoever you want, and 2-time is also pretty chill. So I mean, like, come on, like it's a great investment. All right, let's move on. So Guest's first ability is that he presses Q to block against killers. You get slowness 4 for 2 seconds and slowness 1 for 1 second. So I didn't block him right there, but when you do, you get 1 punch charge. This ability has a 25-second cooldown. For his second ability, charge, it's pretty self-explanatory. You charge right into him. You also get resistance 5 when using this ability, and it has a 45-second cooldown, so only use this ability when you really need to, or someone in front of you is getting, like, you know, clapped. To be honest, bro, there's not much to say for Guest. He's just a fighter who punches people. Like, he's cool and all, but it's pretty simple. He just kicks ass, bro. And that's why I'm moving so fast with the ability, so I'm sorry for that, bro. Like, I just don't know what to say. But let's move to his third and final ability, and this one is a good one. So remember when I missed my block ability? Well, I did him right here. Oh, yeah, look. He hacks me right here. He thinks I'm just gonna let him... He thinks I'm just gonna go down that easily. No, bro. Come and get me. Look at this dude. He's coming full speed. I block that shit, right? I go for the punch. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, and then I think I die right after. But anyways, let's talk about his punch ability. Alright, so to be able to obtain this ability, you obviously need to block him like I did right there. Plus, this dude Clutch 7 got us some really good footage, alright? So look, he punches him and it stuns him for 2 seconds. Yes, every time you do punch someone, it will stun them for 2 seconds. This ability can give you a decent amount of time to run away. I know it's 2 seconds, but 2 seconds is 2 seconds, alright? Now, he's definitely one of the more difficult survivors in the game. I think he's like a 4-star difficulty. And our last survivor that we're going to talk about, Chance, is also a pretty high difficulty player, so stay tuned for that. So his first ability clone is pretty self-explanatory. He makes a clone of himself. This ability gives you invincibility 4 for 4 seconds, undetectable 1 for 4 seconds, and slowness 1 for 10 seconds. Your clone is only active for 10 seconds, so you can kind of use this to just run away from the killer and bait the killer, basically. This ability has a 40-second cooldown. So his second ability, Cool GI, is a teleportation. So you see that spawn point right there? That's where it spawns you. You have to stay in place for 6 seconds to teleport, and if you move, then it cancels. And that's why I wouldn't recommend using it when you're near a killer. It has a 60-second cooldown, so like, as I always say, use it wisely, bro. For his last ability, Inject, I barely even call this ability, and you'll see why. When you press R, this ability changes the movement type for your active clone. So for example, you can make like free roam, so your clone just walks around the map, or you can target it to go to a killer, so you can bait them. I don't know what the hell my character is doing, but for Chance's first ability, Coin Flip, he flips a coin, and if it lands on heads, he gets a charge for all of his abilities, but if he doesn't, he gets weakness for 15 seconds. So for example, obviously I landed on tails because I have weakness, but every time you land on tails, the weakness level goes up by 1. Damn! And this ability only has a 0.5 second cooldown, so you can just keep constantly doing this ability. And if you do manage to land on heads, you can shoot them. There's a 50% chance that the gun actually shoots. There's a 25% chance that the gun explodes, which damages you. and there's a 25% chance that the gun just doesn't go off. When it does manage to explode, you lose 45 damage, so just be careful when you're shooting, bro. Because obviously this ability does not have a cooldown because it goes off of charges. So his third ability is a reroll, and basically what it does is it just raises your max health. You can get these when your coin lands on heads, and it has a max of 3 charges per game, so use these wisely. Yeah, I would recommend using these when you're low on health. I didn't know what the ability was, so I just popped one. His final ability is called Hat Fix, and you can use this ability when all your other abilities have at least 3 charges on them. It resets all of your charges and all the weaknesses that you have gained over time. I would recommend using this if you have just like a shit ton of weaknesses, and yeah, use it very wisely because you really don't get it a lot.